Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to Cam Shack Productions. Today, I want to spend a little time talking about Black Friday week because we've moved from Black Friday to a couple days before Black Friday to now an entire week before Black Friday starts. And then that doesn't even include Cyber Monday. But I wanted to show some of the things that I think you should be looking at if you're looking for any camping gear on Amazon right now during this Black Friday week. And again, everything that I'm looking at is completely subjectable. This is hopefully going to make you want to try to search some things out because there are some fairly good deals. And I just kind of want to share with you guys what I have been browsing. I've been up since very early this morning to try to find some stuff. But let's actually dive into some of the cool things that I think are out there right now. I think if you are searching for a tent right now, there are some really, really decent deals on tents. There are so many different items. I personally think the Princess tent would be outstanding, but all kinds of different tents to fit your budget. But the one that I wanted to highlight and the one that I found that I really like, and this is a tent that definitely has some very high reviews, is this Big Agnes Copper Spur. This is 50% off right now. So this is a smoking good deal on this tent. This is the 2-person. This only weighs 3 pounds. And I think for what you're getting out of the money, this is an exceptionally good deal. And you have so many different options that you can check out as far as tents go. The other thing that I know people are really looking for are like camping stoves. I recently just did a very cool video on my favorite new stove, and that is this right here. This is the BRS 32 stove. And this thing is by far my favorite thing that I have found in the last few years. And I believe this thing is on sale. Let me see. I thought I found a link for it. Yeah. So this is on sale right now. It's 20% off. So instead of $60, it's basically $50. So you're saving about $10, $12. But this stove is a really, really unique design and something that I am super, super excited about. It's so light. It is so portable. And it can run off of 3 different types of fuel. I have a whole video on this. If you're interested, definitely please go check that out. But I think stoves are just one of those things that everybody's really looking for. And right now there are some very, very good deals on all kinds of different stove types. I know this Fire Maple has gotten a lot of really positive reviews, and it's basically $10 off right now. So you have lots of different options as far as tents and stoves go. One of the other things that I think is a really good thing to be looking at right now are camp tables. This is something that we all kind of take for granted. If you go out and you boondock or you're not at an established campground, having a really nice table. And the lifetime foldable plastic tables, those are great. But when it comes down to actually having something that's small, that you can fit in a little teeny bag, and that rolls up a little bit and can handle, this thing says it can handle 220 pounds. And I just think that there is a lot of really good deals, but this is the one that I picked when I was looking through. But as you can see, there's a ton of different stuff. I like the wood top. I like the really solid brackets that I think you see on this table, and I think if you're looking for a really good table, now is definitely the time to get it. All right, let's see. Tents. I am actually going to highlight one other tent in particular because this is one of my favorite things that I own. If you are looking for a hot tent, you can save 15% on the One Tigress right now. This is a very good deal as far as hot tents go. There are some other options that you can see down here inside. But when it really comes down to hot tents, I own this tent. I think it is really, really nice. I actually have done a couple reviews on this tent. And I think as far as tents go, this thing is really, really cool. And you can do a lot. And it's a good price right now. So if you want to check out that review, go check out my Rock Fortress review. But if you're looking for a hot tent, don't skip this deal. It is well worth it. All right. This is something else that I don't think you can ever possibly have enough of, right? I am a huge tarp guy. I love the fact that I can hang these things all over when I need them. And this Wise Owl tarp right now is at a pretty good price. You can actually pick up some really decent gear. And, you know, I think when it comes down to it, you know, there's a couple other options that you have here for like this free solder. I mean, but it's only 15% off. Whereas if you look at the Wise Owl stuff, you actually can get a pretty decent deal on it right now. And it's a really, really nice tarp. They do make it in 2 different sizes. But if you're looking for a tarp, and, you know, again, if you're still carrying around one of your old blue tarps, please pick something like this up. This is the hammock tarp. It is so light. It is so small. It is so compact. I put it out in a giant remnants of a hurricane. It was as it was coming over the Uinta Mountains, and this thing did an amazing job. It didn't stretch out. It didn't get all wonky. So if you still have the blue tarp, ditch it, pick one of these up. This is a really good deal. And you know, there's lots of different choices. Again, like I said, all of these things are things that you guys can check out, and this is just kind of hopefully going to get you to spike your interest right now. All right, this is one piece of gear that I really recommend that all of you guys check out. This is a really nice trauma first aid kit. It comes with basically everything you need. It's got a tourniquet. It's got an Israeli bandage. You know, this is something that if you really want to have a good med kit while you're either in your car, in your camp kit, or when you're on trail, I think this is a really, really good deal. And this is a company that is very reputable, and they make good stuff. But you can see there's a lot of different price options in this, and there's a lot of different Band-Aid styles. You know, this one I picked just because I think it encompasses basically everything you need for a first aid kit. Sorry, y'all, this is my first time trying to actually pull this up on the screen. But I mean, you know, you're saving a good chunk of money here, 20% off, and it really does. It comes with pretty much everything you're going to need if somebody really truly gets hurt. All right, let's see what's next. Power supply. If you don't have one of these yet and you go camping, if you are an overlander, if you are an RVer, if you just go camping on the weekends, you know, this isn't something you're going to carry with you on a backpack trip. But when it comes down to it, man, this is now the time right now. If you are looking for a Jackery or a battery bank or something like this, I mean, look at this Jackery deal. This is a big Jackery, and it is going for a huge sell. I mean, all of these things, this 2,000 watts, usually $1,500, going for $899. This is 1,000 watts. It's usually $800. It's going for $400. So I mean, it's 50% off. And you don't have to go with Jackery. What I would recommend is definitely check out some different reviews and sit down, figure out that power output you need. If you're going to be using an induction cooktop, if you're going to be powering your van, if you're going to be doing all that, sit down, figure out the watt hours you need. But right now is definitely the time to buy these things. If you go out in the backcountry and you need a BiPAP or a CPAP and you need to power it with something like this, you know who I'm talking to, dude. Go buy one of these, for God's sake, so that we can all sleep when we camp next to you, so we don't have to hear you snore. This is the time to get one of these. You can definitely pick up a good one. And you know, if you use it overnight, you can charge it in your vehicle while you're going. But right now is the time to pick up a power bank. All right. If you are an overlander, again, I think this is just something you should definitely have in your rig all the time. But a tire inflator, this all-top air compressor definitely gets some of the better reviews. It's 22% off. And you can go with all kinds of different stuff. And you can see there is a bunch of different things. There are some really, really good reviews on some of this stuff, you know, but you can also get something like this Morphlate that you can really do a lot with. But it's, as you can see, it's not a prime deal. It's $239. This thing is definitely got all the power that you'll need to be able to pump up a couple tires, especially if you're just airing back up after being out on the trail. If you're not airing down, even if you're driving on mountain roads, think about it. It improves your ride. It's so much better for your tires. And you're going to have a lot better chance of not puncturing something, especially on like mountain roads where people are like, I don't need to air down. And then you hit a tree stump or something and it pops everything. But this is a really, really good deal. I think this is something you should definitely be checking out. And don't skimp on the air inflators. All right. Kind of back in that same realm of things. This is my tire inflator pick that I would have for you. You need a tire kit. If you're going out, if you're overlanding, if you're driving out on dirt roads, if you're out in the middle of the desert, please pick up a tire repair kit. I really like this one because it's a good deal right now. It's highly rated, and it has additional valve stems, which I think if you're going to look for a tire kit right now, you need to make sure that it has additional valve stems, additional cores, big handles for the reamers, and then sit down and learn how to do this. If you have an old tire in your yard, poke a hole through it and actually practice this, because it's not as easy as it looks. But this is a really good deal. 32% off, highly rated. It's got a lot of good ratings. Check these out. And again, there's 50,000 different brands of this stuff, and they're all on sale right now. So I would highly recommend that you check them out. This is just the one that I like and the one that I have in my rig. All right. Last item here, and this is one that I want to spend a second talking about, cook sets. So I don't know about you, but I am in the process of trying to replace a bunch of my cook set gear. I have a lot of stuff from the early 2000s. It's all non-stick. It's all got a bunch of probably forever chemicals all over it. And I think right now, with what people, especially outside of the US, are doing, we should all be kind of flipping over to some of our new products out there. So I am in the search right now for either titanium, stainless steel. I don't want anything that has a no stick surface. I don't want anything that has a coating or a Dura, I just don't want a 3M forever chemical entering my body, even though I probably already put it there. But there are, and everybody should make their own choice on this. If you don't believe in it, if you do, whatever, just look into it and decide. But right now, that's what kind of got me on this. And that's why I really thought this was cool. This Camp Pro cook set, 40% off, usually $108, $65 right now. Let me pull it up to the big window so you guys can actually see this thing. This, I think, is really nice because it's stainless steel, which means it's not going to rust if you leave it out in the rain, whereas some of the aluminum stuff will rust really quickly. Your jet boil pots, which hold water on the inside so you can never fully dry them out before you leave camp. Mine is rusted on the inside. These will not do that. Titanium will not rust. You also can use a metal spatula. You don't have to have a bunch of, again, plastic tip stuff that could be putting a bunch of chemicals into our body. So I really think this is it. Also, a little foreshadowing for one of my gift ideas that I have coming up, titanium. This stuff is super duper incredible. It is so light. It is so strong, and it will not rust. You can use metal utensils in it. If you can find a titanium set, I couldn't find one that was on sale during Black Friday. There are some titanium sets out there. A lot of them are coming from places like Japan. Same with the stainless steel. Seems like the US is slow to catch up to this. They still want to use the non-stick stuff. But this would be the set that I am thinking about picking up. And for 40% off right now, I think this is a really good deal. I did see some reviews about somebody complaining about the plate size. Ladies and gentlemen, if you buy a camp set and it's got plates and cups inside of it, the plates are going to be this big. They're going to be super tiny no matter what. Get your own plates and then just have a nice cook set that you can use. And how nice would it be to be able to put just a metal spoon inside of any one of these pots or pans and not worry about scratching them. So y'all, those are basically the things that I have found so far this year on Amazon. If I find any other really good deals, I will keep looking and share them with you. I also know that this video came out on Friday afternoon, hopefully right after I got done filming it. Hopefully I put it out. So there will not be a video Sunday. This is kind of taking that place. I wanted to get you guys some information about some things to look for right away. And y'all, please, if there's some things that you have found, leave them in the comments, leave a link, let people know, let's share all the cool stuff that we find so that everybody can hopefully get some good deals, pick up some camp gear, because right now is the time to buy it. It's all kind of going on sale, and let's see what we can get out there. But go check out those tents, go check out those camp stoves. There's so many options. Go check out all of the different battery banks. If you need one of those, go check it out for sure. But y'all, I appreciate you making it this far. I appreciate you watching this video. I hope to see you all back next week. And again, please, if you're feeling like it, go down, hit that like button. And if you're feeling super generous, subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you all back in the next video. All right. Be well, my friends. Because this thing is getting rough. All right. Let's try this again. Let's make sure these are clean. Make sure your belly's tucked in. And let's talk about buying more shit from online. All right.